Hello, I'm Craig Constantine.
And I'm Jesse Danger.
Are you looking for ways to bring conversation alive? Then you are in the right place. Welcome to Open and Curious. In each of these episodes, we begin with a question and work our way to a challenge. Some questions we explore have clear answers, and some lead to more questions and further unknowns. The challenge we seek to find at the end of each episode is meant to help you explore each question on your own.
A week ago, you posted this in the idea garden, where we're trying to, grow ideas.
People just went, what? Yes, we have an idea garden.
And it says, once awakened, people do not go back to sleep. And it's from Dialogue by Isaacs. And I love this book. It really talks about how important dialogue is. And I really feel like it spoke so much to me that I wanted to do this project. Let's get into it. In almost every setting where practices of dialogue have become embedded and part of everyday routines, the ensuing changes have become irreversible. As near as I can tell, people do not go back. Once people rediscover the art of talking together, they do not go back. This rediscovery seems to awaken something deep within us, some recognition of what we have lost as our societies have drifted away from the core practices that can make them healthy. Once awakened, people do not go back to sleep. What do you think about that?
I'm looking at him like, and your question is, what do I think about that? First of all, I'm going to stall for time. That's from Dialogue by Isaacs. And I think that's actually in the introduction. I might be wrong about that, but it's just the beginning of what Isaacs goes into in the book. It's really good. Okay, what do I think about that? I threw it in the idea garden because I went, I'm not sure about that. And I want to say the reason I'm not sure about it is I don't feel like I have a lot of awakened conversations in which, backing up, I don't feel like I have enough conversations with the same groups of people to have experienced what he's describing. So, for example, I've done a couple podcast recordings, but they're basically one-off. Like I have a cool conversation with someone, but then I don't really necessarily, sometimes I do, it's great, but I don't always get to talk to them again. And what Isaacs was describing when you read the bigger context is, hello, I'm Craig Constantine. Are you looking for ways to bring conversation alive? Then the Open and Curious podcast is for you. In each 15-minute episode, we begin with a question and work our way to a challenge. Some questions we explore have clear answers, and some lead to more questions and further unknowns. The challenge we seek to find at the end of each episode is meant to help you explore each question on your own. To purchase the Open and Curious podcast episodes, please see openandcurious.org. There's a link in the show notes. Once purchased, all of the episodes will appear and play just as you expect in your favorite podcast player. Questions, comments, want to rant or rave? My email address is also in the show notes, and I'd love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate your time and attention, and I don't take it for granted.